Hey, what's happening, guys? What's going on YouTube? And thank you for tuning into Rules for Rebels. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the new YouTube community tab. Technically speaking, I believe this is still in beta testing, although it's being rolled out to a lot of channels really quickly. I think at first it was being rolled out to channels that had over 10,000 subscribers, but I'm seeing people with a lot less subscribers than that getting it, so it seems like it's being rolled out. It's going to be kind of the new norm. And part of the reason I wanted to make this video is because I noticed my boy Mitchy Boy here. Mitchy Boy, if you guys don't know him, check out the channel. He's on Steemit. He's on very active on YouTube, and he's always really active on my channel. And he's a buddy of mine. So he had commented on, apparently in this video I made earlier, about the corrections officer who created an e-cig to sell in prisons. I must have referenced the community tab, and Mitchy Boy said, where do community posts show up, or do you have to go and check it manually? So right now you're looking at my channel. The view that you have right now is the view of me being the creator, because I'm able to add to this. To you guys aren't going to see, if you can see where my mouse is glowing here, you guys aren't going to see the option to post things here. But you will see like everything on my feed here. And we'll talk about the community tab, what it is, how it's different than the previous discussion tab that YouTube had going, as well as kind of how to utilize it as a creator. I've noticed a lot more people are expressing an interest in starting YouTube channels. And even if you're just like a viewer on YouTube, you know, if you're not checking out the community tab of creators that you enjoy, you might be missing out on some content. So again, Mitchy Boy asked about that. We'll knock that one down. Let's see here. Okay, so right now we're on Mitchy Boy's channel. And on Mitchy Boy's channel, he has his videos here. He's pretty active. He has a lot of videos up. And as you can see here, he doesn't have the community tab. He actually has a discussion tab. So what's kind of different here is YouTube used to have discussion tabs, and I actually thought the discussion tab was kind of a cool feature. Like, if I wanted to kind of say something to a YouTube creator who I liked, but it wasn't really relevant to what their most recent video is, I might go ahead and add it to their community tab, because it's, you know, this is just kind of a communication device for creators and viewers to go back and forth. So let's see, we'll just say, hey Mitchy Boy, what's up, buddy? Making a video as we speak, but addressing your question about the community tab. It looks like you still have a discussion tab. Okay, so we're going to drop a comment on Mitchy Boy's discussion tab there, and it seems like YouTube is kind of phasing out the discussion tab and moving to the community tab. But that's what the discussion tab used to be. Again, on the community tab, only I can post stuff. You guys can respond or comment on what I post, but I don't believe you can post stuff on my community tab. Now, I had actually seen, I've been using the community tab for a couple weeks here. If you guys watch my videos, you've probably noticed I've referenced it. I put out a couple polls. I posted some photos. But I was just kind of curious, like, you know, I didn't really remember a community tab. I thought it might be something new. I don't always keep up on like all the new updates to YouTube. Things are constantly changing. But I just happened to search it, and I actually found a great video by a creator called Creator Fundamentals, who did a really good video kind of discussing this. So if you want, feel free to check him out. How to use the YouTube community tab by Creator Fundamentals. And let's see, what does he got? He's got 18,000 subscribers, so it makes sense that he has. I have seen some people. I believe my buddy Bounce Back Life After. Let's see, Bounce Back Life After. I think he has the community tab. Let's take a quick look. Bounce Back Life After. So he's got 3,700 subscribers, and as you can see here, he's got the community tab. And let's see, he's put up a couple. He posted a video interview that he did with Big Herc. And he also posted, I think, just an image and a kind of motivational phrase. But so here's a video from YouTube kind of describing what the community tab is, how to use it. There's not really any right or wrong way to use a community tab. And one thing that I've kind of been trying to focus on and thinking about, and something I'd encourage you guys to kind of think about as well, is like, it's always good to look to other people for guidance. When I first started my YouTube channel, I kind of used Glendon Cameron. I would say back then he was into storage auctions. Now I think he's doing a series called Every Man's a Millionaire. He did like the Kung Fu Hustler. He does a lot of different series. He has a number of different channels. But when I first started on YouTube, I kind of tried to emulate him. I didn't know the first thing about starting a YouTube channel. I had business knowledge, but I didn't really know how to share it. So I kind of used him as a model. But then I kind of found my own style and kind of went my own way. And I think it's good to kind of look to other people, find somebody you like, see what they're doing and kind of emulate that. But make sure you always kind of create your own style. And I think a lot of times when we look to other people or look to the kind of traditional way of doing things, a lot of times we kind of lock ourselves into a box, whereas maybe we have a more creative way of doing something or using a tool. But if we're just copying what other people are doing, we're kind of missing out on our own creativity. So to me, here's what the community tab is to me. And I'll kind of show you some of my posts. I actually got to start using it more. At first, I wasn't really sure how you guys see it, but after watching this video by Creator Fundamentals, I actually learned a little bit more about it myself. So it is going to show up in your subscribers' notifications. It's going to show up on their feed. So it is a way to kind of get in front of other people. One thing that I kind of like it for, a lot of times I might see something interesting, and it may not be worthwhile to make a whole video on it. But it might be something that I want to let you guys know about. So maybe it's some new, I don't know, normally like a new Amazon policy or a new Amazon merch policy. I would share something like that with you. But maybe there's just like, oh, I saw this guy who's really killing it selling this item. Like rather than just making like a one-sentence video, I could post an article or post a screenshot. To me, one of the uses of it is just kind of sharing things that are maybe not interesting enough or not long form enough to actually share in a full video. The gentleman I just mentioned, one kind of interesting use that he had for it is it's kind of important the times that you post videos. I don't put a whole lot of time or effort into figuring out like, oh, most people are on YouTube at 7 at night, so I'm going to post my videos at 7 at night. Like a lot of times when I make a video, I'm excited to get it out there, and regardless of what time it is, I just post the video right then rather than scheduling it for later. But he kind of said, his US audience might watch his channel at, 4 to 7 o'clock at night. But a lot of his foreign audience, maybe he's got an audience in Asia or something, they might still be sleeping, and by the time they wake up, it's buried in their notification tab. So he says something that he does sometimes is he might make a video at, say, 7 o'clock at night. His U.S. audience watches that. Maybe he's got a following overseas. He will post that in his community section maybe the next morning, and then when that overseas audience is getting home from work or whatever, they're going to see that notification on their feed or in their notification bar, and maybe they'll decide to look at that. Another thing that you can use a community tab for is curating. So when it comes to creating content, you can create content, and then there's something else called curating content. So we'll go over to a site like Drudge Report, for example. I've talked about Drudge Report before. I think Drudge Report is a great example of somebody who curates. Drudge Report does not create any of their own content. They simply link to other content. And I think if we scroll at the bottom, here's where they get their content from: ABC Newsweek, Adweek, The Atlantic, The Blaze, Boston, Breitbart, Business Insider, BuzzFeed. And basically what they do, they just have like a one-page landing page that they post interesting articles or articles that they think would be of interest to people who view their channel are. And what they're really good about, now I will give them some credit for, I think they're even going above and beyond curating, because it would be one thing for me to just copy the title from an ABC Newsweek article and post it somewhere, right? But Drudge Report, what they do really well is they come up with like really, really good clickbaity titles. So let's see, okay computer, how much is it worth? For Jack Ma using AI, let's see, tech execs. 2-foot-tall squirrels in North Carolina. Humongous 3-foot-high cockerel. World fears biggest cow will never stop growing. Now, if we actually go to the actual article here, and I'm getting a little bit off topic, but world's biggest cow will never stop growing and could die. Okay, so that one was pretty similar. But a lot of times, they come up with their own very interesting kind of clickbaity titles, but that's all Drudge Report does. But it's not as if they're just like plagiarizing or stealing other people's work. Kind of what Drudge Report is known for is they're known for curating or collecting a lot of great stuff. You have stores like, you could go to the Gucci store and everything in the Gucci store is Gucci, But if you go to a store like Pacific Sunwear, right? Pacific Sunwear, I think they probably do have their own brand, but what they're good about is bringing together stuff that people in like the surf and skate and BMX bike culture kind of like. So they may have some like Massimo stuff. They may have some Hurley stuff. They may, you know, they bring together brands. They kind of curate brands, and their shop is a shop where skaters can go and find all different types of things that interest skaters. And that's kind of what Drudge Report does for people who are kind of into politics and kind of conservative media and things like that. So you can use your YouTube community tab to curate content. One thing we can go here, we can go and share videos. Now, we could share one of my own videos. We could also share somebody else's video as well. So I think I actually shared, okay, so here you can see in this post right here, I shared, here's what happens when prisoners started vaping. I actually made a video earlier about, I already mentioned that, but the corrections officer who created an e-cig to sell to prisoners. I also posted this on my community tab in case anybody wanted to watch it, and dropped a little, comment along with it about why I thought it was interesting. Something that you could do, maybe you have like some short, like 15 or 30-second video that. So initially I was going to say one thing I thought the community tab was missing is I wish you could upload a video to the community tab that would show in the community tab, but not necessarily show on your normal feed. And that's kind of something that this other gentleman who made the video about this said. He said, maybe you have a channel where you do a series, and Mondays are Manic Monday videos, and Wednesdays are Ask Me Anything videos, and Friday are my best meals of the week, whatever it is. If you wanted to post a video and it might not go along with your normal posting schedule and you don't want to kind of bother people or interfere with your feed, it's something that you could post in the community section. I was like, I wish you could just upload short clips. I had a kind of a fun clip from my vacation I wanted to upload and I couldn't do that. I kind of found a workaround to that. So what you could do is upload a video to YouTube, keep it as unlisted so it doesn't show up in your feed and doesn't show up with all your videos, and then post the link to the unlisted video. It would show up in your community tab. We also have an option to do polls, so we could ask a question like, what's your favorite coffee? And then we could put a couple options there. And that's actually what I did. The other day I asked you guys in the community tab what book you'd like to cover in the book club. Somebody asked me about starting that book club back again. If you guys remember a while back, we did MJ DeMarco, The Millionaire Fastlane. A couple people have been requesting we do a book club again. So I asked you guys what books you'd want to read. Excuse me, Notion Video dropped something, Thomas Curl, Icarus, Joel Farmer. I took some of those as well as a couple of my own and put together a survey. What book do you guys want to read for the book club? We got 22 votes, and right now it looks like the 4-hour work week is leading the way with Tim Ferriss, so it looks like that's what it's going to be. I am going to be choosing the final book for the book club later on this evening. So if you want, navigate on over to my community tab and put in a vote in terms of what book you would like to read. That's one thing we did. And then lastly, we can just post photos. If I just want to post a photo from my vacation, or I think a couple weeks back when I was at Ecom Chicago, I posted a... Okay, so I posted just a picture of me, Glenn Zubia, and the Hustle Bee, Ken. Just said it was cool meeting them. Just kind of a short thing. Something like this probably wouldn't be worth making a whole video about, but it's something that I wanted to share with you guys, something that I thought was kind of fun and kind of cool. So I posted it there. I think in this one I was kind of encouraging people to follow Snoop.Dougie on Instagram. Just wanted to give the Hustle Beast a shout out for a great presentation at Ecom Chicago. Here was kind of an interesting little 10-minute PBS documentary about the fire movement and Mr. Money Mustache. Just thought it might be interesting to you guys, so posted it there. Thought this was kind of a funny Craigslist ad. 6 carpenters to join our team. We do drug test. We overlook marijuana. I thought that was kind of funny. Here is a new cryptocurrency exchange called Voyager. For any of you guys who are affiliate marketers, really cool affiliate program, $25 per sign up. And it should be rolling out within the next month or so. Let you guys know about my trademark application. And this was kind of cool. One thing that you can do is you can mention other YouTubers. So I happen to mention, what is his name? Dan D2. Okay, so he changed the name of his channel to Advice from a Genius. It used to be Dave 2D Vlogs or something like that. when he changed his channel name, it actually changed my mention. But I really enjoy his videos. I said, hey, check out my dude Dave2 Vlogs. He's making some really funny and creative content. He's a van dweller, and I thought this was kind of cool. I mentioned him, and pretty shortly after, he stopped by and said, hey, thanks for the mention, mate. Icarus, looking at the thumbnail, I wouldn't mind dwelling in her van. I love it, Icarus. That's funny as hell. You made me laugh there. But that's basically kind of what the community tab is. It's kind of a way to further engage with your audience. And one thing I notice a lot of YouTubers doing, a lot of YouTubers, you know, on their YouTube video, hey, check out this on Instagram, or hey, I posted this on Instagram, or hey, I put a picture of this on Instagram. Not everybody uses Instagram. Not everybody uses Facebook. Not everybody uses Twitter. I think this is kind of YouTube's attempt to further keep people on this platform. You know, I've started trying to use Instagram more. I'm not a huge fan of Instagram, but for somebody like me who isn't really crazy about Instagram, you know, I can kind of use the community tab of YouTube to post photos and do some more of that kind of short form content, as opposed to going over to Instagram. And not everybody has an Instagram account or Instagram on their phone, so they may not follow over and check out a picture or something else you posted. So overall, I think this is kind of a cool new feature. I think it's kind of an improvement on the discussion tab that YouTube formerly had. And, you know, I noticed Mitchie Boy had asked about this. This is something that I'd been kind of curious about myself in terms of, like, I wasn't sure from an engagement angle, like, how this is presented to you guys, if you guys like this or not. So, you know, I'm going to do something right now. We'll see who actually watched. Actually, I was going to post a poll and say, would you guys like me to start using the community tab more? But I am going to start using this more. You know, a lot of times I find other people's videos who I think would be of interest to you, or who I think are interesting, or who I'd like to give them a little bit more attention. So I'm going to start using the community tab more and more. You guys should see it on your feeds, but, you know, feel free to stop by and check out my community tab, because I am going to be more active and more engaging on there. So let me know if you guys have any questions about this, if it's available for your channel, how you plan on using it. But that's just kind of my little video about the community tab. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please click that subscribe button below this video. And until next time, guys, Rules for Rebels signing out.